What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to WWE 2K20, my career mode. Want to thank everybody who's stuck around, because these numbers get lower and lower every day. I don't know how much longer I can keep doing it, but I'm still doing it. We're still here. Chapter 12. Let's go. Red, Charlotte, and continue. Let's see what Red has to say.
Hey, thanks for the assist out there. And by the way, now that I've officially got the part again, it's not too late for me to pull some strings and get you a role.
I think I'm cool with sitting this one out.
Alright, well the door's open if I'm back for Rank and File 5. Although I heard R-Truth pitch the producers on making it an office drama with him as a star, and it's under strong consideration, so we'll see. Oh, by the way, I left tickets for my real parents again. No luck, though.
Still doing that, huh?
Yep. And who knows, maybe if they're not WWE fans, then they'll see me in the movie. Can't hurt.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, before you go out for your match, you mind signing my script?
Sure. May you always have a happy Ranksgiving.
See? It is catching on. Haha.
You're like Batman. Your parents are dead. Anyhow, Charlotte. Woo!
Busy night for you, huh? I mean, if I were defending my title against an opponent like me, I might be just a little more focused on my match.
I don't know, Charlotte. My lips move and yours don't, so just saying.
Don't worry. I'm more than capable of helping a friend out and beating you in the same night.
Well, while you've been off auditioning for movies and getting in fights with your old high school bully, I've been training for our match. You see, it's become a bit personal for me. You might even say I feel disrespected by your attitude. It's like everything's easy for you, huh? You show up in WWE and just waltz your way to the top? Well, that makes me angry.
Didn't you do the exact same thing?
Woo!
Not even close.
You're right. It's not the same. Because I didn't have a famous dad to help me get here. I've earned everything I have.
There it is again. Disrespect. And speaking of that, beating me is not even on your list as far as I can tell.
I didn't know you existed when I was in high school, so...
I only put my goals on there, not things I expect to do.
Fair enough. Well, after tonight, you'll have a new goal to put on your list. Take back the Raw Women's Championship from Charlotte Flair.
Woo! I skipped the woo. Oh man, it wasn't in the subtitles. I just figured which way they're gonna do it. Play match for Charlotte, skip match versus Charlotte. Obviously, we're gonna play it here and defend the title, defend my honor against the Queen. And so I welcome you to Thursday. I can't even call it a fine Thursday because nobody cares anymore, but I'm still here with a belt that is still clipping through the jacket, and there are still a lot of things to discuss in the world of wrestling in this 5 p.m. slot. Woo! Start doing the Ric Flair dance here in the entrance. Good times. Anyway. So, WWE Backstage, which was on Tuesday, for the first time on Fox Sports 1 in the 11 p.m. slot, did really bad in the ratings. I can relate on having views that low. But yeah, they did 49,000. I have videos that have more views than that on this channel, so I feel bad for them, man. That show needs CM Punk. Clearly, a show that's not going to really have any breaking news, and not going to really have any personalities willing to, I guess, criticize your product is going to be a thing that people aren't going to want to watch. Like, you already have so much programming. I'm not sure what kind of numbers they expected from Backstage, but those are some pretty low numbers. So we'll see how long that show lasts with Renee and Booker and Christian and Paige and whatnot. Like, it's not a bad idea for a show, but if you're just going to not have it like a talking smack, then you're not going to have that level of people who want to watch that particular show. So, not a great start for Backstage. I'll be curious if it improves or goes down. Because that was episode 1. And usually, I know, after episode 1, views go down. So, yeah, that's going to be one to watch, along with everything else. One to watch. Anyhow, let's take out the Queen here on SummerSlam, or I guess at SummerSlam. Woo! The fact that I can skip this is weird. Like, why would you skip a title defense at SummerSlam? That's insane. Alright, no power driver there. And immediate, like, first move. I don't think so, Charlotte? Come on now. Sunset flip reverse of a power driver on the first move. Losing is not how we're going to play things here today. Charlotte. Anyhow. If you are wondering what the deal is, like every year, with Black Friday and this game, yes, the ad for Best Buy came out, and yes, this game will be $30. Like every year, it's half price on Black Friday. Now, is there going to be a patch before Black Friday to fix a lot of the glaring issues in this game? Don't count on it. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying don't count on it. Like, come on now. So, if it was me, and I didn't already own this game, and I heard everything wrong with this game, I would not buy it at $30. Like, no. Honestly, 20. No. Like, maybe 10? But it's just such a broken experience if you want to do anything besides play regular exhibition matches. And then, alright, it's fine. But otherwise, it's a mess. We know it's a mess. They know it's a mess. And it needs a number of things to be fixed. Anyhow, it is Thursday, which means the Wednesday Night Wars continued last night, and both had very solid shows. AEW was the go-home show for Full Gear this Saturday, and NXT was, hey, what's going to happen after they invaded both SmackDown and Raw? What was that, Charlotte? What was that? And unfortunately, the answer with NXT was, honestly, outside of the OC showing up, which was awesome, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Batista bomb. Not a whole lot. So yeah, I expected way more. And it was a solid episode of NXT, and I enjoyed it. But my expectations were way higher. Unfortunately, it seems as if scheduling came into play. Because as we know, Raw and SmackDown going to be taping in the UK on Friday. And having your live NXT show having happen on a Wednesday? Splat. That's a problem for your flights and your plans. So, yeah, the OC from Raw showed up and had a 6-man tag in your main event. Nobody from SmackDown showed up. SmackDown got punked out, and nobody from SmackDown showed up to get any kind of revenge on NXT. And that just makes them look like chumps in kayfabe, right? Obviously, logistically, flights and everything else, I get it. But in kayfabe, and ideally, in real life, having more eyeballs on your product after that SmackDown and Raw invasion, more folks are going, oh man, if they didn't already watch NXT, perhaps they were curious to watch NXT, and they tuned in and go, okay, cool, the OC, and then nobody else. Literally nobody else. So, yeah. Again, solid show from NXT, but not what people with additional eyeballs would have wanted it to be, which is kind of a shame. So, no L, and then X. Yeah, the dragging thing, I miss just holding L2R2. Seriously? 2. And Charlotte, I think, is the first one to kick out of the red alert. Good God Almighty, she gonna have to take the L here at some point. We shall see. We shall see. Spear from the Queen. And it's back and forth here with Charlotte, who thinks she's getting a pinfall off that spear. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen anyhow. So, over on AEW last night, we had an amazing promo from Cody. Perhaps the best one of his career last night. Just sold that thing really well and added another stipulation in that match with Jericho to that title at Full Gear. And man, it is a doozy. So not only is there a 60-minute time limit, not only do we have 3 judges in case it goes the full time limit, which I'm assuming it will with those judges, but also, as per Cody, if he does not beat Chris Jericho in this match, he will never challenge for that title ever again. And I'm like, man, he has to win that. Like, you have to watch to find out what's going to happen, because this is a brand new company. This is like, week 6, and that's a major stipulation to add to your thing on week 6. So, yeah, I am extra invested now on what in the blue hell. Really, Charlotte? Really? Look, I know you're good, but come on now. Oh, she reversed the roll-up. Got the little tiny sliver there of the yellow. Take that. Now, I hate that I can't get rid of my major reversal when backpack stunner from Charlotte. No, come back. Punch her. Reverse. There we go. Clothesline. Come back. There's a fruit fly in here. Really annoying. Pick her up. Pick her up. Hit that comeback. Yeah. X. And then triangle. And on your face. Charlotte, on your face. Let's put you in the corner here. And mate, no. That didn't work out for me at all. I hate that sometimes the triangle prompt does not appear, and that's really obnoxious. Like, it still works if you know the timing of it, but it's just one more thing. The super choke slam to Charlotte. The power of Leona Lux. Is that enough to put away the queen here at SummerSlam? Nope, not enough. Charlotte, it's time to take the L. You know it. I know it. Learn it. Love it. Live it. Boom. Take the L, Charlotte. That's got to be all she wrote. 2, 3, and still champion. Kicked out of the red alert. I can't believe it. Got speared. That was a nice back and forth match. It was pretty good. Wait, back to red and... Okay. Sure.
Hey, thanks for the assist.
Wait, no.
And by the way, now that I've officially got the part...
So if you do that, you got... There is a skip cutscene button. What the hell was that? I've never seen that anywhere else, but right there. Weird.
Can you believe they're all the way up to rank and file 7 now?
No, I can't. I thought they would have stopped making them after your performance.
Wow. Didn't realize this was a roast.
No, it's just that you definitely had some interesting priorities earlier in your career. First, it was the movie. Then you were obsessed with getting your own action figure.
It was on the list since day 1.
Yeah, which made you super jealous when I got one before you did.
Mattel!
Remember this? Are you still a little bit jealous?
No.
Are you sure?
I think you're exaggerating how I reacted.
Really? Because that's not how I remember it.
Loading screen!
Check it out! My first action figure! Pretty cool, right?
Awesome. They really nailed the detail in your face.
And the hair.
I didn't even really look at it.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about action figures. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Literally no one says that. Wait, are you jealous because you don't have one yet?
Yes.
No, I'm fine.
Yes.
Okay, look, I get it. This was more your thing, but it's just an action figure.
It's more than that to me. Think of how you felt when I won a title in WWE before you did. It's like that, but 10 times worse.
Comparing titles to action figures might be a little extreme. But if it makes you feel any better, I'll wait and let you cross it off our list whenever you get one.
No, it's fine. Cross it off. You earned it.
Ah! Rusev Day!
I see you got your first action figure. We've had like 30 now, so it's kind of boring at this point.
Where's yours?
I think he didn't get one.
Well, that's awkward. I think even like Tom Phillips got one.
He doesn't really deserve it.
Well, that's true. He's lucky even to be on the roster.
Sorry, we got sidetracked with a private conversation that had absolutely nothing to do with you. But since apparently you don't have an action figure, we like to give you ours.
Happy Rusev Day!
Yes!
Do you think he heard what we said?
Who cares? He's a loser.
Rusev is the best.
Jerks, and if I had an action figure of my own, I would team up with Red's action figure to kick your action figure stupid plastic butts.
Or even better, how about we take them down in real life?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I guess we could do that.
Rusev is the best. Rusev number 1. Machka! So yeah, back when they had the Road WrestleMania, when it was like, alright, here's, a couple hours of a Cena story, a couple hours of a Jericho story, I want a couple hours of a Rusev Road to WrestleMania would be awesome. And it culminates in coming to Mania in a tank. Would have been great. Is what it is. Anyhow, over on AEW, perhaps one of the best visuals of the night is having perhaps the most intense wrestler in the world in Pac face-to-face with the least intense wrestler in the world, Orange Cassidy. That was a great visual, and then just kicked him right in the chest. It was fantastic. Anyhow, we did get more stuff announced for Full Gear, and that is your AEW Tag Team titles are being defended in a triple threat match. It'll be SCU versus the Lucha Bros. This fruit flies. Come on, man. Seriously. Versus Private Party. So, SCU, Lucha Bros, Private Party, triple threat. You also have announced Riho defending against Emmy, and that's going to be a good match. And Riho got pinned on the show last night. And since wins and losses are supposed to matter, that should be a big deal. Now then, the other side of that Jericho and Cody thing was Jericho putting out his own little video package, which had Virgil, of all people, on there, with his Meat Sauce Mondays and whatever else, man. It was... People popped hard for Virgil, which was really funny. Because, Virgil. Or, Soul Train Jones, or something like that. It was insane. I'm like, why is Virgil on my TV on a Wednesday night primetime program in 2019? Craziness. Absolute craziness. But yeah, just that package from Jericho was absolutely hilarious, which is kind of what he does. Just good times, man. Absolute good times. Now then, they're continuing to do whatever they're doing with Brandy and Awesome Kong. I have no idea what that is building towards. It's really weird, but it is what it is. It's fine. They're doing something with her, I guess, to build to some kind of a feud, but they're just, weird video packages. Alright, sure. Why not? You have the money, I suppose. Now then, you're dueling main events on both programs, as I get crushed here by Rusev. Your dueling main events over on AEW was Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page versus Sammy and Jericho, right? And that ended up with a big brawl with a lot of those matches, or guys out there with Mox and Pac. And their main event ending kind of built all those different matches at the same time with a big brawl. It's typical wrestling stuff where everyone gets out there and gets, their face on TV to kind of build their thing and whatever else. So, that was pretty good. And then over on NXT, it was the OC versus Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, and Tommaso Ciampa, right? And Finn Balor at the very end of that came out, and so did Adam Cole. So, seeing AJ and Finn Balor, who were both guys who were in the club, good times, right? So, what's interesting there... Oh, right, double team maneuver. What's interesting there is that you look at both those shows, you look at both those who was standing tall at the end of both those shows were all people who were in Bullet Club at one point or another. One of the most influential factions at the moment, considering who's been in it and who is big on TV right now in both AEW and in NXT. So, craziness. Reversed from Lana. I don't expect wrestling acumen from Lana, but here we are. But here we are, and here we go. I'm tagging back out. Sorry, Lana. Sorry. You gots to go. You gots to go. I ain't dealing with this major reversal. Oh, Rusev just too strong. Just too wide. Insaguri. Anyhow. So yeah, there were still plenty of opportunities on NXT where I could have seen attacks happening from Raw or SmackDown. That just didn't happen. Like, you know, missed opportunity because of scheduling. So unfortunate all around, but that's kind of, I guess, where we are with wrestling these days, is things don't always go to where you hope they go to, and you just keep watching and you keep hoping, I guess. Anyhow, Rusev here needs to get crushed. All I'm trying to say is that Rusev needs to get crushed. Time for a slug stomp, baby! There we go. I stomped him good. And then it's time for the Salt Shaker 2.0. Whoa, yeah! 1, 2. Lana just watched it happen. Just watched it happen. Where's Bob Lashley now? Nothing. Nobody.
In all seriousness, even though it wasn't as important to me, it was pretty cool when not long after that, you got your first action figure and crossed it off our list.
But the fact we had different priorities is partly what made this work, because let's be honest, if we'd been competing for the same things, I'm not sure we could have been friends. You were just always so driven to be the best.
Maybe, but it's not like I was only focused on individual goals. Like, what about when we went to SmackDown Live and I ended up teaming with someone who was a great influence and mentor to me? I'm talking about Mickie James, of course! Stand up and take a bow, Mickie, you deserve it.
What? Ooh.
You fought hard, but it just wasn't your night.
Let's face it, it hasn't been your night in a long time.
Well.
As general manager of SmackDown Live, it's my job to present a cutting-edge product, which means constantly introducing new talent to keep our brand fresh and exciting. But we can't add new talent without making subtractions. So I'm sorry, Mickie, but based on your recent performance, you can either announce your retirement, or unfortunately, I'll have to make that decision for you.
Wait, so you're basically forcing her out? She deserves better than that.
I understand where you're coming from, but like I said, this is bigger than one person. It's about protecting the brand.
There would be no brand without women like Mickie James.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. I've been doing this a long time, and maybe I've lost a step. Maybe it's just time to hang it up.
No, you can't just accept this. There has to be another way.
Well, there is one other option, but it would just be delaying the inevitable. Mickie can continue competing on SmackDown Live, as long as she wins. But the very next match she loses is her last.
So it's the Ric Flair
She'll do
thing.
it.
Okay.
I will.
All right. Good luck.
The world's largest
Look,
GM.
I appreciate the support, but with my record as of late, I don't think I'll be sticking around too long.
Or maybe you will with me by your side.
What do you mean?
Big Show didn't say you had to win singles matches.
Are you sure you want to set aside your own goals to do this?
There's nothing I'd rather do than protect your legacy by sending you out on a winning streak. And one last title run.
Tag team match, player.
Win women's tag team championships with Mickie James.
Welcome everyone to the most iconic talk show ever, Iconic Talk, with your hosts,
The Iconics.
we just said iconic so many times.
You said it again. I think we just set a record.
Speaking of records, I want to remind everyone that we are now the longest running women's tag team champions ever from Australia.
They're also the only women's tag team champions from Australia.
Which brings us to my favorite segment of Iconic Talk.
It's time for Why Australia is Better.
This is a part of the show where we educate our audience on different aspects of Australian culture and explain.
Why Australia is better.
And then
Okay, what do we
music
have
hits.
this week?
The great sport of cricket.
Which has nothing to do with filthy little insects.
No, it's actually a sport that is very popular in Australia.
Think of it like a way better version of your
I mean-
horrible, dull baseball.
They're both
To
kind of
further
dull,
educate
honestly.
you on this superior sport, let's go over the laws of cricket, shall we?
There are only 42 of them. Shouldn't take long.
Law 1. A cricket team consists of 11 players, including a captain.
That's a great law. One of my favorites. Now, law 2.
And there's the music. And here comes Mickie and Ray.
Hey, what are these two doing out here? There were still 41 laws to go. I wanted to learn more about cricket.
I think you were the only one.
Law 2. The Iconics should never be allowed to have a talk show, as it'll put everyone watching to sleep.
That's not an actual law.
Yeah, don't listen to her.
Why are you two even out here?
It's very rude to interrupt someone's talk show.
Facts.
I recommend you go back and watch the segment we did on manners.
We're here because we want a tag team championship match.
So, you two are a team now. What are you calling yourselves?
Red and grey?
Burn.
Because Mickey's so old, get it?
Hilarious. She really is a fossil.
You've never even teamed before, so what makes you think you deserve a shot at our titles?
Maybe because 8 years ago in Calgary, I beat you in my very first match.
Facts.
And I've only gotten better since then. Way better.
Oh, okay. So you're saying since a long time ago, I felt bad for my pathetic opponent and basically took the night off because I was freezing, that a decade later, when that pathetic opponent rears her ugly head with an elderly partner, they deserve a tag title opportunity? Makes sense?
That was sarcasm. The answer is no.
If you think that we need to prove ourselves as a team, then we'll do it right now in a non-title match. If we win, we get a championship match. And if you win, you end my career.
That whole career-ending stipulation is enticing.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It would be nice to put her out to pasture.
We'll do it.
But only after we finish teaching everyone about cricket.
Law 3. Never interrupt the Iconics.
Oh, you should have seen that coming. You should have seen that coming.
Red and Mickey with those cricket bats. And
Iconic.
rightfully so, they violated Law 3. Red and Mickey are going to be at a severe disadvantage going into this match with so much at stake.
And then it goes to commercial, and when you come back, you have the match. That's wrestling. But this match is going to have to wait until tomorrow. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos on this channel. Tune in for those. See you next time. And I'm out.